Another common problem which when young people come to me with headache is tremendous amount of stress, particularly in 10th and 11th. They have tension headaches, and the predominant reason for stress is extraordinary competition these days and worry about future. What would be my career? What should I become? The fundamental thing which I would like to tell you is you should define what you would like to do fundamentally. Because everybody should not, parents also should give freedom to children based on what they like. Everybody cannot just be a doctor or an engineer or a lawyer or a professor. These four occupations are, hallmarks. You don't need to write on the forehead that this child will become doctor, this child will become a lawyer. Not at all necessary. You should know what you like. And for defining what you like, you should be able to, know everything about that profession. This is what is lacking, and therefore children are in blind stress as to what my future would be. See, if you are invited to a wedding or a party, there is a display, there is a good spread of food items. So what you do in a buffet, you take plate in your hand and you see what all sabji is there, what all the sweets are there, and you choose one depending on what you like. Similarly, how would you take a decision whether you want to be a doctor, you want to be an engineer, you want to be a professor, or want to be a lawyer? Have you met any of them? You don't have to blindly copy your parents. You go and meet a lawyer, spend a day with him, see how his life is. Spend a time with a doctor and see how his life is. If you like it, then only you should pursue the career. Otherwise, blindly, without knowing, it's comparable to again eating some food item which you don't like and then saying, oh, I should not have made this choice. Friends, unfortunately, a wrong career choice can ruin your life. Because if you get into something which you don't like, then it would be a very, very serious issue. See, many a times, or wrong choice by students, somehow with a desperate effort to get into medicine, have serious consequences. We have seen that right in the first or second year, the dead body detection, the person doesn't like, so there are fainting attacks, there are depressions, and the person leaves the seat of medicine. It's a waste of national power as well as it's a waste of, career of somebody else also because you took a seat. Same thing holds true about all other vocations and professions. If a child enjoys playing mechano, it is very likely that he would be a successful mechanical engineer. If a child has lots of interest in computers, then he can get into computer engineering, data management, computer programming, and careers like this. But before analyzing what exactly you like, you should not jump into a career randomly because that can have serious consequences. Another very important point I would make is you should have tremendous amount of confidence in your own self. Many a times the self-confidence is lacking even in intelligent children because of the pressure of tremendous competition and the performance suffers. There is a beautiful story. A lion's cub is grown amongst various sheep, and the lion sees that this cub is functioning like other sheep because the cub feels that he is a sheep only. So the lion catches hold of that cub, gets him to a well and shows his own image in water and then activate the subconscious feeling of being a lion. Similarly, God has given us tremendous potentials, tremendous ability, and we must capitalize on that. There is a great power within all of us. You need to tap that power. And if you are doing anything, give 100% ability, physical, mental, emotional, with complete dedication and commitment to that thing. You are bound to be successful if you follow this. You should be determined to put in lot of efforts because as it is said, even the king of jungle, lion, doesn't get the prey automatically. He has to hunt for deers. He has to, kill the deer and then eat the flesh of the deer. Similarly, there is no free lunch. If you want a good career, then you should be prepared to spend a lot of time and energy with dedication. Another important thing is quality of effort. The poor effort is going to bring in bad results and failures depresses you, and that puts you into a very bad vicious cycle. Therefore you should give 100% efforts to start with, and every job you do should be a self portrait. It should be as if you signed the job. So your teacher should say, oh, this job is so perfect that so and so person must have done this. How many of you have read the biography of Sachin Tendulkar? Raise your hands. Very few. All of you should read the biography of Tendulkar. He gradually, says how his life got evolved to present level. Good, better, best, never rest should be the motto. And always there has to be an improvement in you. If you are doing something good, see and think how it can become better, and from better to best. There is no solution to teamwork. At home, you need to coordinate with your parents, your brothers, your sisters, and in school, you should be receptive to the instructions and suggestions and guidance by your teacher. Think over all this. If you think, then you can be proactive. You can question your teachers, you can discuss with your parents, but your lateral thinking has to go on. Similarly, you should have clarity in building goals. There should be short-term goals as to what do I want to do, whether a doctor or engineer or lawyer. And there should be a long-term goal also right at the outset, that after becoming a doctor, what am I going to do? So if the vision is clear, then your path becomes easier and your progress can become more and more committed, and therefore the chances of your victory increasing. You should wipe off all the negative thoughts which come to mind, particularly when you are facing cutthroat competition, as the sad reality today is. There is no reason to be afraid of other intelligent people in your class. You should in fact be happy that I am amongst so many intelligent people, that I have a chance to now prove myself in a much better way. Isn't it? It is always easier to have a white line on a dark background. But if everybody else is intelligent, then it is a challenge to your potential and to your efforts and your determination and your commitment. So you should accept the challenge and go ahead. Plan a goal and go ahead gradually and perseverantly to be able to achieve it. There are some vital supplements which I would put across for success. Always think about, what all you have. As it is said, look at the half full glass than looking at the half empty glass. People keep complaining that I don't have this, I don't have that, forgetting that what they already have. Again, gratitude meditation and how to focus on what you have is a topic of 1 hour lecture. I won't go into the details of it. But as is the famous saying, two men look out of the same bars of the window. One sees the mud and the another one the stars. A lot can be spoken on this, but I think this is something for you to contemplate upon. Another thing is an essential communication skill which is lacking in many of the present youth. Unless you are able to communicate well, you are able to be victorious in life. I have given a talk for the people who are MPSC recently. I learned while interacting with them that many of them did extraordinarily well in their theory, but they could not get through in Viva and practical because they failed to express themselves. Communication skill, body language, all these things matter. Therefore, you should prepare for it. You should spend time on improving your communication skills, which matter a lot. Team building, extremely essential. Because finally, in life, if you want to be victorious, then you need to work with others. As I said, man is a social animal. You are not staying alone on an island. So you have to take people along. How can you take people along? Build trust. Have faith in them. delicate responsibilities and be gentle and polite